Welcome back. Ooh, let me not get that close to the camera. Start over. As you can see, I actually did a vote on this, so I was not trying to really talk about this. I was trying to talk about it later, but in my poll, people wanted to hear the story of the time I ran away from home, rebel, at 12 years old. Oh my gosh, such a rebel. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna talk about.
You cried so when we vowed to forget it, and every day I wish I could forgive it. But if you just tell me you'll never lie to me, I'll show.
Welcome to my channel. I don't know if this is like the first video. I have like not that many videos, but if this is not like if this is the first video that you're watching, welcome to my channel and please subscribe. Like if you're watching it, like I really just feel like not subscribing is kind of like messed up. So I'm gonna just give like a little short like backstory of me being like 12. Like obviously everyone knows like that's middle school, and honestly, okay, my mom used to like do my hair and like barrettes and beads and stuff. When I went to 6th grade, I think I was like 11, but I mean it makes sense, right? Yeah, but kids are mean. Their fault, because you know she was just trying to keep us age appropriate, and kids still made fun of us. So I'm just saying that to say like I used to deal with like bullying and stuff, so I used to really be like so this was my 7th grade year. I really don't remember, like I know it was like a break. It had to be like the summer or some sort of break it was. But yeah, I still wasn't like obviously like confident in myself or nothing. But yeah, so that was just like a backstory, so like kind of understand like the state of mind I was in and whatnot. So yeah, there was like a situation that happened and stuff. It wasn't a big deal. I don't remember really like me and my sister wasn't really like bad kids, honestly. It wasn't. We were just like yeah, we weren't that bad. We were just like kids, you know, certain stuff you should expect with kids. Like they're gonna go through the rebel stage, they're gonna go through certain things, like it's just part of growing up. But yeah, so it was like a small situation, and I remember like we were at my sister's house, and then like because it was already like a lot, because my mom had to go all the way to like Brandon, which was like far, take it to my sister's house so she could watch us, because like we couldn't stay at home at that age and stuff. My parents were really strict growing up, so some people were like, oh, we wasn't home, like she would make sure somebody was watching us and stuff like that. Like she didn't do stuff like that. So yeah, I remember like she was just going off and stuff, and I knew, I promise you, like I told myself if she does, like if she says anything about like my biological family or my biological mom or whatever, I'm gonna like run away. I told myself that's what I was gonna do, and that's it. That's what I was about to do. It's crazy though, because we're in a car coming back and she was driving so fast. Like even my sister was like, oh my god. Like so like in the car when she was going off about the situation, so every situation always led back to this is why your mom didn't raise you, blah 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 or whatever. And this is not to make her look like a bad person. Like she just didn't like some people just don't, when you adopt kids, they just don't understand certain stuff. You just don't say, and parents they don't really have it all together and stuff like that. But this is just my story. This is what it was or whatever. But that's something that yeah, that's just something that it always was like, oh yeah, this is why your mom didn't raise you. Like the sky could be blue. Oh, that's why your mom did. Okay, thank you, we get it. But that is something that really used to affect me, and that's something I told myself, if she says anything else again about my biological family, I'm running away, because I don't want to be here. That's how it was or whatever. So yeah, I really like didn't have a relationship with my mom growing up. We're just now like building, but we did not, like I did not want to be there. I don't want to be there at all. I'm just gonna be honest. So yeah, I told myself I was gonna run away. So yeah, in the car, like she was like going off, like saying all this crazy stuff or whatever. And mind you, I'm not a bad kid. Like, you know, I be having like, but I would never talk back and stuff. And I was just like, okay. I said, it was something she said, and I was like, she was like, you're gonna get a whooping when you get home. And I was like, okay. And I was just like, I don't know what it was. I didn't know nothing about hearing from God or none of that stuff like I do now and stuff at that time. But I feel like God was always with me and stuff. But like angels protecting me and stuff. But at that time, I promise you, when she started like going off about like my parents, so like Melissa, like my sister can tell you, she was looking at me and she said, I didn't know what you were gonna do. Like I was about to jump out of the car. Mind you, we're on the interstate, and I don't think she even know. Like my mindset at the time, if my mom tells you like to run away, her thing, what she told everybody, I just didn't want to get a whipping. I'm not just son of that, but I would have took a whipping, okay? Like, it's not that serious. For me, it was more than that. It was like, you know, as kids, you think the stuff you're going through is the end of the world, you know, because you don't got nothing else. So it's like, this is everything. This is so much right now. So yeah, I was about to jump out of the car, like, at that moment. And I ain't gonna lie, I've always been scared to hurt myself. So that's what I thought about. And maybe, I don't know what it was, but I was like, you know what? If I jump out of the car right now, I might break my skinny behind. And I used to be like this skinny. So I probably broke my little bones. Who knows? But I'm telling you, like the way my mom was driving so fast, I like was taking off my seatbelt and stuff. And it's like, we were like, my parents are so strict. So it's like, we never like, I knew like my mom was really like attentive, like she paid attention to everything. So like if I would have took my seatbelt off and that click, you know, like I feel like she would have heard it and she would have, what are you doing, take your seatbelt off? Like my mom was like that, like she was that type of mother, whatever. And then like I said, this is the time my grandmother died. So I feel like she was just probably really, really frustrated and stuff like that with everything going on. So yeah, oh yeah, you definitely gonna get a whip when you get home or whatever. Cause like, it was something else I said. I think I said so to something, but I didn't say like, I didn't really like, oh, I hate you. I just said like, I was like, and I said and to something. I said so to something. I said like 2 comments back, but it was like, that was a big deal. You know, you don't talk back, you don't talk back. We didn't talk back. So, you know, that was a big deal or whatever. And even my sister, Melissa, was looking at me like, what the freak? So yeah. So anyway, yeah, she going off, whatever. And yeah, like, but like I said, I had already had my mind made up from the last time she said anything, and I knew that this is where this was gonna go. So that's why I said I was gonna run away. I promise you, that's why. And this is like, and it was just a hard time also. So this is something that I just felt like, I don't know what I didn't have no plan. I always said though, if I ran away, I was like, I would make a few sandwiches and like put it in a bag, and then I would like get at least something to wear. But this was not planned. Like this was like off the, that's why you don't act on emotions, because when you act on emotions, you don't really have nothing figured out and you can't really think it through, you know. So yeah, I was just emotional, and I was a kid, so I'm not gonna blame, you know, I'm not gonna get mad or nothing. It was just an experience. So anyway, when we got to the house or whatever, like my house, like the way it was, the house I lived in growing up, there's like a gate, and then my dog is always right there, you know, my dog's right there. So there's like a gate. You have to like unlock the gate before you like get in it or whatever, and then you walk up to the door. But like, it was so funny because my mom and them like, you know how it is when you about to get a whipping when you finna go inside. So like, I did not go inside. I was acting like I was trying to fix my shoe, and Melissa like, she tells me now, my sister, she's like, I knew you was gonna run away when you didn't come inside, because that's saying like, this is not, we were really like we wasn't really rebellious like that, like, you know, like we're like, this you do, this is what you do. So like waiting outside when our mother is already inside of the gate type of thing, nah, like she's like the type wait for us to go in type of thing, like, you know, my mom she don't just go inside and do whatever while you're still outside. It's like, no, we're all at home. I'm saying even on I'm saying like a regular day, like everyone goes inside together, you know, that type. So yeah, I was still out there fixing my shoe. And she said something about, girl, what you doing? Come inside or whatever, something like that. She said, I don't even know. All I remember is like, I literally took off running. Like Melissa was like, I was like, what in the world is wrong with you? Like, my mom was like, what in the, and I feel like she just like looked, and she was like yelling something at me. But I promise you, like, I'll never forget, I had on this like orange shirt and these jean shorts and these brown sandals or whatever. And the brown sandals was like the sandals I wore like that whole summer or something. So they was like raggedy. but they had the little strap or whatever. So like, yeah, they was raggedy though. And I started running, like sprinting down the street, no lie. What I did when I ran away, I have a friend I grew up with since elementary, and her grandmother stays down the street. So I think my mom assumed I was gonna go there, cause I knew she would probably like try to come look for me. So I was hiding behind a tree, and I seen her zooming past. No lie, like it was just like 2 minutes later. So like she must have got right in the car, I don't know. But I seen her zooming past. I literally was hiding behind a tree looking. I was like, oh snap. Like, so I went the opposite way. When I see her zooming down the street, like towards, I knew that's where she was going. To my friend grandmother's house. I knew that's where she was going or whatever. So I went the opposite way. So yeah, I was hiding behind a tree, and I just like, I had no plans. So I just want to get away from her. I don't want her to find me. So I went to some random house. I went to this random house, bro. And now looking at the house is creepy. Like I would never do that now. But yeah, I went to this random house in their backyard. I don't know if nobody was there or not. That's the thing. I don't even know. It was like a small little house or whatever, and I don't even know if anybody was there or not. But all I know is I was like crying. I literally was sitting behind this like, so the backyard had like a little shed thing, and I was sitting there crying or whatever, so emotional, like crying. And all of a sudden I look over, I don't even know why, and I just see this dog creeping up next to me or whatever. And I was so scared, but I was trying to play cool, because you know, like I was like, okay, maybe if I don't react, like I'm crying, like trying not to cry or whatever. So yeah, the dog didn't do nothing. Like the dog did not do anything. And this is like one of those scary, you know, one of them little hood looking dogs, backyard dogs. I'm sorry, I don't like those type of dogs, but I think it's like a pit bull or something like that. You know, like the scary looking ones they be having on those little chains and stuff. It was that type of dog, and it was creeping up or whatever, and it just looked at me and laid down. I don't know, like looking back, like I was definitely protected, like seriously, because yeah, I got scared. Like that dog, usually I'm pretty sure that dog would not have had that reaction. It didn't bark, it didn't growl, it didn't do anything or whatever. So I definitely dipped from that house. Maybe an extra, climbed the gate. I don't do stuff like this. I never did stuff like this. So this is like new for me, but this is the only way. I didn't want to go back that way because I knew my mom. I didn't know if she was looking for me. I didn't know what she was doing. So I went the other way or whatever. And I didn't know, at this point, obviously I didn't know what I was going to do. So I don't want nobody to see me. So I ended up hiding behind another random house, but it was close to this elementary school. And the elementary school was the school we went to during the summer camp or whatever. We went to the summer camp, and our bus stop was at that elementary school. And I don't know, like I said, but now knowing what I know, like something told me to go to that school. That's all I'm gonna say. And I went to that school, but I was sitting behind the dumpster of the school. And I've always been scary a little bit, you know? So I was like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? Stay here all night? Because if I stay here all night, what if a homeless person comes here? And then I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's my thought or whatever. So then something was telling me to go inside or whatever, because there was a day at the, during the summer camp, there was a day when the bus that was picking us up for the camp didn't come, and the people at the school, they were there and they helped us out. So it was a lady, I thought I would see her, whatever. I don't even remember like no one's names, but I thought I would see her, but I didn't. But I ended up seeing this other lady, and ironically, fast forwarding, her son ended up going to my high school. I didn't even like put it together until like after he left. I seen that was his mom. I'm like, oh my God, like I really need to thank her. But anyways, so yeah, going back. So yeah, like I went in there, like so it's elementary school, it's locked, but they seemed like a young person. It was somebody work place. I'm like, can I like come in like to use the phone or something like that? So they let me in, and I promise you, I was walking back and forth before I went in the office. I was so scared. I did not want to go in that office or whatever, but I didn't know what to do. So yeah, I went in the office and I talked to this lady, and I ended up talking to her for like a long time. And okay, when I first like came in there, I had to tell her everything. I had to tell her like why I was there, like that I ran away or whatever. And now knowing what I know, of course, I should have known she was gonna call the police. But you know, I didn't know she was gonna call the police, and I was like, please don't call the police, please. I didn't even know my mom had already did that, so they were already kind of looking for me and whatnot. So like, I guess, like, all of a sudden, all I know is, like, I don't even, it was probably like 30 minutes. She, like, gave me some lunch and stuff, and she was just talking to me. But the thing is, she listened to me. And honestly, and she said that to me. She said, it just sounds like you just need somebody to listen to you and whatnot. And I mean, she listened to me, and she, like I said, I didn't grow up in a household where you could really say anything. You know, that was just different. But yeah, it was just like, you know, like, it was so much on, I feel like, with like kids and stuff like that, like, you shouldn't belittle them. They have feelings, they have emotions, and it matters like how they feel. Like I said, my grandmother passing away affected all of us in the household and whatnot. But I don't think nobody's feelings was really like taken into consideration and stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, she listened to me, and next thing I know, I look up and the freaking police is there, and I was scared. But he was just like, your mom is looking for you, like, you need to go home or whatever. And she was just like, she talked to me a little bit longer before she let me go with them. She was like, you know, like, I have to do that, it's part of like my job, like, I can't just have you here and stuff. And I'm like, I want to go home with her. I'm not gonna lie, like, for real, I did not want to go home, because I was like, oh my god, I am really finna get a whipping, like, oh my god, nah, I'm really finna get a whipping. But yeah, I mean, the police officer was really nice. He was really nice and like, nice to me and stuff like that, because she talked to him a little bit, and he was really nice. He was talking to me on the way home and stuff like that. He's like, your mom cares about you, she was looking for you, stuff like that, just go home, be good. He was like, you gotta get a whipping, just take it. I was like, no. But yeah, he was like really nice and stuff. But I don't know, I was like, fine, I was scared as heck to go back home, because I was in the back of the police car. So I, you know, this is the only time I've ever been in the back of the police car, and it was clean and everything, wasn't bad. And they didn't arrest me or nothing. They just let me sit in the back, because where else am I gonna sit? It was two of them in the car. And yeah, they took me home and stuff. I was so freaking scared, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like that's the first time I realized that my mom really did, like, obviously, you know, like, obviously my mom cared about me, she raised me and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, this first time I really, especially in that teen, like, middle school age, that's like a, you know, you're trying to figure out yourself and stuff like that. And I realized that she really did care about me, because she didn't give me a whipping. But no, I did not get a whipping when I went home. I was just on punishment. But the fact that she looked for me, the fact that she like cared right away, like, it really did show me. I'm like, dang, like, she does care about me. But I done had some experiences, so I was on alert the whole week, baby. I was like, look, case try to pop up, surprise me with a whipping or nothing like that. I'm not getting no whipping. No, I'm just playing. But I didn't get no whipping. I was just on a little punishment, and honestly, it wasn't even that much of a punishment. Like, it was like probably like 2 days. I hope y'all really like enjoyed my video. You can watch my Growing Up Adopted series. It's gonna be link in my bio. My stories haven't come out yet, but they will soon. But it's basically a platform for kids that are adopted to tell their stories. So I don't know how I should end it. I don't know, I'm just gonna end it.